You went to bed last night feeling completely fine. No chest pain, no dizziness, no warning signs. And yet, while you were asleep, your brain may have been experiencing a subtle but dangerous restriction in oxygen flow. It wasn't because of a disease, and it wasn't a side effect of your medication. It happened because of the exact position your head was resting in when you closed your eyes. I need you to hear this carefully because what I'm about to share has nothing to do with diet or exercise, and your doctor has likely never brought it up during a routine checkup. My name is Dr. Anya Sharma. Over the years, while reviewing cardiovascular and neurological research for patients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I've identified one silent pattern that mainstream medicine rarely discusses openly. The way you sleep, the angle of your neck, the direction your body faces, and the alignment of your spine is actively influencing how well blood reaches your brain every single night. Here is the part that stops most people cold. Stroke risk peaks in the morning hours. There is a documented 49% increase in cardiovascular events between 6 a.m. and noon, driven by the morning blood pressure surge. That isn't a coincidence. What happens during the hours before that window, how you sleep, whether your body is properly recovering, directly determines how vulnerable your heart and brain are when that surge hits. So before you say, I've slept this way my whole life, stay with me. In the next 17 minutes, I am going to walk you through 6 sleeping mistakes, ranked from surprisingly harmful to genuinely dangerous. Then I will give you the 2 evidence backed positions that could be doing your brain a massive favor starting tonight. But first, do me a quick favor. Drop a comment below right now. Are you a back sleeper, a side sleeper, or a stomach sleeper? I'll be referencing all 3, and your answer is going to matter very soon. Let me give you some context before we get into the list. Understanding the why makes the solution obvious. When you are in your 20s or 30s, your blood vessels are like elastic bands. They stretch, they adapt, they compensate. Even if you sleep in a cramped position, your system quietly corrects for it. But after age 60, the rules change. Your arterial walls begin to stiffen. The small vessels feeding your brain become less flexible. Your intracranial pressure becomes more sensitive to gravity. Healthy sleepers experience what we call overnight blood pressure dipping, a natural 10 to 20% drop in pressure that allows the heart to recover. But if your position is wrong, if it's compressing the wrong vessels or tilting your blood flow in the wrong direction, that protective dip is disrupted. Mistake number 1, sleeping fully flat without any head elevation. Let's look at exactly how that happens. It sounds ideal, doesn't it? Physiotherapy blogs and mattress commercials often praise perfect spinal alignment on a flat surface. But for a body over 60, lying perfectly horizontal is a physiological challenge. When you are flat, gravity is no longer helping move fluids. In the absence of that slight incline, cerebral spinal fluid can pool, and intracranial pressure edges upward. The tiny vessels in your brain, already dealing with years of mild wear, are suddenly under pressure for 8 hours straight. A study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that even a modest 15-degree elevation led to measurable improvements in nighttime blood flow. Do you ever wake up at 3 a.m. with a dull, throbbing headache behind your eyes? Most people dismiss it as just getting older. But that headache is often your brain's way of saying the pressure has been too high for too long. The fix is simple, and I'll show you how to do it safely at the end of this video. Mistake number 2, stomach sleeping, the position that twists everything. This one surprises my patients the most because it feels harmless. You aren't crushing your heart or lungs, right? The problem is your neck. You cannot breathe through your mattress, so you rotate your head to the side, usually the same side every night. For 8 hours, your neck is rotated nearly 90 degrees. Running through the bones of your neck are the vertebral arteries. These vessels carry blood directly to your brainstem, the area responsible for balance, coordination, and breathing regulation. Think of it like a garden hose. When you twist your neck that sharply for hours, you kink the hose. You aren't stopping the flow, but you are restricting it. Research in the Journal of Manipulative and Physiological Therapeutics confirmed that extreme cervical rotation measurably reduces blood flow velocity in these arteries. For a 30-year-old, the body compensates. For a 68-year-old with any history of high blood pressure, this is a cumulative problem, building silently in the dark. Mistake number 3, stacking multiple pillows under your head. Many of my patients do this with the best intentions. They are trying to manage acid reflux, sinus drainage, or snoring. While slight elevation is good, excessive stacking creates a dangerous mechanical problem. When you stack 3 or 4 pillows, your chin is forced toward your chest. In clinical terms, this is extreme cervical flexion. Not only does this compress the arteries at the front of the neck, but it also obstructs the internal jugular vein. This vein is your brain's primary drainage system. It's the exit ramp for deoxygenated blood. When this pathway is kinked, pressure builds inside the skull, and your brain's ability to clear out metabolic waste is compromised. If you wake up feeling brain fog or a heaviness behind your eyes despite sleeping 8 hours, your brain might have been literally waterlogged overnight. The fix? One high quality, contoured memory foam pillow that supports the natural curve of your neck. Mistake number 4, right side sleeping, if you have a cardiovascular history. This is where the science gets very specific. Side sleeping is generally great, but the direction matters. Your heart is situated slightly to the left. When you lie on your right side, gravity pulls the heart away from its optimal position and puts pressure on the inferior vena cava, the massive vein that returns blood from your lower body back to the heart. For a 30-year-old, this is a minor inconvenience. But for those who are 60, whose heart is already working with a less reserve of strength, this extra load forces the organ to work 10% more intensively all night. Interestingly, the European Journal of Heart Failure found that patients with heart issues instinctively avoid their right side. Your body knows. Listen to that instinct. Mistake number 5, the tightly curled fetal position. It feels protective, like a warm hug, but physiologically, it's a triple threat. 1, lung compression. Your rib cage can't fully expand, meaning your blood oxygen levels dip slightly with every breath. 2, 3, joint restriction. You are kinking the vessels behind your knees and at your hips, slowing down circulation to your limbs. 4, 5, spinal flexion. Just like with the stacked pillows, your neck is often tucked, restricting brain drainage. 6, research shows that sustained spinal flexion can reduce your tidal volume, the amount of air you take in, by 10%. Over an 8-hour night, that is a massive loss of oxygen for your aging brain cells. So, we've covered the dangers. Now let's talk about the 2 positions your brain actually wants you to be in. Position 1, the left side. This is the gold standard for cardiovascular health. It keeps the vena cava open and lets the heart pump with zero gravitational resistance. But there is a hidden neurological benefit discovered only a decade ago: the glymphatic system. Think of this as your brain's nightly janitorial crew. While you sleep, cerebral spinal fluid flushes out metabolic waste, including the proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Research in the Journal of Neuroscience suggests this wash cycle is most efficient when you are on your side, specifically the left side. It's not just about blood flow, it's about cleaning your brain. Position 2, back sleeping with 15-degree elevation. If you can't sleep on your side due to joint pain, you must elevate. Not with pillows under your head, but with a wedge that lifts your entire upper torso. This uses gravity to assist drainage, opens the airways, and prevents the flat back pressure spikes we discussed earlier. Before I go, remember, your stroke risk doesn't clock out when you fall asleep. These hours are the most critical for your heart's recovery. Pick just one change tonight. Switch to your left side. Or trade your 3 pillows for a wedge. It's a zero-cost intervention that compounds every single night. Drop a comment below. Which of these 6 mistakes were you making? And which change are you committing to tonight? If this gave you information your last doctor's visit didn't, hit the like button and share this with a loved one over 60. Next week, I'm covering the 5 morning symptoms that cardiologists say are warnings you should never ignore. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Sleep smart, protect your brain, and I'll see you in the next video.